The mic problem scuffed. Good morning. Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning. Here we go again. Oh, geez, guys. Good morning. Of course, guys, I'm back again. Thanks again for your patience as I spent some time visiting some friends. Let's do this again. Leading up to it. Good morning. Welcome back to Crypto Chaos, brought to you by yours truly, the Crypto Otaku, here on YouTube. Good morning. Cliff, this morning, we've got user. I don't know who that is. I wish I did. But YouTube has got their weird chat thing all screwed up again. Let's take a look. Cliff coming in with a $5 super chat. Yes, thank you, my man. Let me know that the sound is good to go. What else we have this morning? Trying to show you guys what I'm looking at again. They still haven't fixed their BS over on. Here we go. In the chat, guys, they still haven't fixed their BS. So I still got you guys as this. Oh my god. So see story and then user. I don't know who you are. Thank you, YouTube, for giving me this. And then Taku not talkie says Braveheart McFreedom. Thank you again, Braveheart. Guys, let me know that my audio was not good and then is good. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So getting back into it. We have the markets opening here in about 7 minutes, 6-7 minutes. Let's see what we got going on TradFi this morning. Catch up to what's going on in crypto. Right, let's take a look and see what's going on over there. Boom.
SocGen at 73, and the strategist there at SocGen writing the backdrop is positive for U.S. assets. It's too early to call the bubble. Voice to the conversation. It's Mona Mahajan, head of investment strategy at Edward Jones. But I'm having a hard time finding anyone who's not bullish for next year. Deutsche Bank has 8,000 for their price target. Are you all bulled up too heading into the new year?
8,000 for the S&P 500 now. Wow.
It's a benign environment. We're looking at fiscal growth, economic growth that could continue in this 2.5% range. We're looking at moderate fiscal stimulus coming from the tax bill, a Fed that is likely moving interest rates towards neutral. And by the way, the earnings growth picture looks pretty good for next year as well. So hard to see any cracks in the story right now. We know markets can change, they're fluid. But for now, we feel good about where investors are standing.
The consumer is where I would look if I wanted to be down.
Yes.
These markets.
They're hurting, man. I'm talking to my friends.
Found out that 42 million Americans are on food stamps. We know that the subprime auto loan defaults are at the highest level on records going back to the 90s. Consumer confidence yesterday came in at 88 from the conference board, far lower than our survey and also much lower than the previous month. So it seems like the consumer situation is worsening.
Yeah, look, I think there is, and we talk about this often, it is a bifurcated consumer. And that lower income consumer is still hurting from years of elevated inflation. They're trying to catch up. Many are working multiple jobs just to keep pace with the bills that they have to pay. Now, all that being said, we have, of course, the middle and upper income consumer that has benefited from stock market growth, that has benefited from potentially home prices stabilizing and moving higher. What we see in the U.S. economy,
the top 10%
is economic growth is actually 70 to 80% driven by that middle and upper income consumer. And so when we think about economic growth, it's really
there's no middle
from those parts of the market, those consumers that are doing relatively okay.
Just given that, and quickly, less than a minute here, can you buy Staples? It's been so beaten up, partly because of this.
All right, yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm over it. But the doom is definitely still there. I definitely still feel it. I just got done visiting some friends I haven't seen in a long time. And damn, dude, the stories I heard and the way they're living, it is rough. It is rough out here in Normie Land. All right, guys, let's get back into it. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Good to go. Yes, small victory, says Braveheart McFreedom this morning. Yes, good to go and small victories indeed. Speaking of small victories, since I left, guys, over the weekend, right, we basically just went sideways and up into the right, following our baseline target almost perfectly. If you guys didn't catch that on Monday morning, last time I did the live stream, that's where we are. That's where we are now. And I also played this one out too while we before we left for that day. I was looking at this cup and handle that started to form on that afternoon, and it pretty much played out. Wow. And it was only you can only see this in the small time frames. It was a cup and handle that formed on the 1 minute and the 2 minute. Again, guys, I'm just telling you, it's just kind of been a lot of chop for the holidays. I think we're going to see a lot more, and we're going to see what we're going to get into here soon. All right, so I had to zoom in there to show you that, guys. All right, let's get back into it. We're looking at just the overall metrics. Let me take a look if I can even pull this up. There we go. Let's look at the overall metrics. How's the Dixie doing this morning? Since it's been a few days, we broke 100. Yes, thankfully we are down. No more hundo from Monday. Glad to see that, guys. That's good. That's good news. I'll take it.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, I'll definitely participate in the market right now. I'm looking at some coins right now that are still down quite a bit. We're going to get into that as the market opens. We'll see what is still down. This is what we're looking at right now on the day, so I don't want to dive too much into that until the market bell rings. That's going to happen in a minute and a half, so we should head back over there real quick and take a look there. Any headlines this morning that might be breaking? Not really. Stock futures rise up the down notches. Again, I think this is going to be kind of slow up and to the right as we wait for holidays to kind of start to roll out. December is going to be definitely interesting to see. I'd love to be oversold where we are right now and the open for next month. And I think this Friday, I'm pretty sure this Friday is the last Friday. Yeah, this Friday options expire, guys. So keep that in mind as well. Let's get back on over here and see the market bell open.
About how people learn to work alongside.
All right. They're late. Nah, they're on time. They got about 30-40 seconds. Maybe a minute. All right. What else we got in the headlines before we jump back over there? Fox Business, major tech company plans headcount reduction, cost cutting push. Billionaire entrepreneur announces his wife has died. What? Richard Branson? Oh, jeez. This is kind of weird after all the the list comes out, right? I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna stop there. Gas's price fall, the lowest level since pandemic. I don't know. They went up here. Where I'm staying in Florida. I definitely have shot up since I got in here. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on. They should be coming back here any minute now. Yes. There we go.
Whenever and wherever.
Oh my God. Give me more coffee. I want some more coffee. Here we are. And the bell shall ring.
We are moments away from the start of trading on Thanksgiving Eve. Looking at gains on S&P and NASDAQ futures, you can see about 1/3% on the benchmark index. The tech index up about 0.5%. Small caps are moving down a little, which is interesting. I'm going to talk to Mona.
Here we go.
Because if we expect rate cuts,
ring that bell. Good morning.
Benefiting the most, that's Santa Claus in the background.
And some hype elves.
Really
excited elves.
Hype elves.
Ringing the bell with Macy's executives on the New York Stock Exchange. I would guess that
I wonder how they're doing this year.
parades means that's how many they've had so far, with tomorrow being the 99th. So that is interesting, and they're happy because Macy's stock has done well. It's up 34% this year. It's up 134% over the past 5 years. So reason to celebrate for sure. These guys don't look as pumped, but they have much more reason to celebrate. Almonte stock, which is a tungsten company, is up 560% this year to date. It's almost 800% over the last 5 years. So they are crushing it.
This reason enough to invite
What's going on with that?
Yeah, exactly. You should go from the NYSE. You know, it's a quick train ride up to the NASDAQ market site.
I'm sure Almonte would appreciate a stop by Santa. Meanwhile, Matt, a reason not to celebrate if you own Deere today, issuing its first outlook for fiscal 2025, and that fell short of expectations. So much so shares are down just under 3.5%. It's that uncertainty around the timing of a recovery in the U.S. farm economy that's weighing on them, Matt.
Yeah, that was a shocking headline to see. Such a huge miss in the 2026 profit forecasts. The story of the week, though, has been NVIDIA maybe losing a little bit of its luster to Google. GPUs taking over from GPUs. It's down 14% over the last month, except for it's bouncing back a little bit today. You can see it's up 2.5%, I guess for no other reason than the fact that it fell so much. Maybe it's because Jensen Huang said, congratulations to the people over at Google, but we're still better. And this kicks off really a fascinating fight. Mona Mahajan's still with us, head of investment strategy at Edward Jones. Does it matter if, you know, some of the supply chain leadership changes as long as I'm just selling NVIDIA shares to buy Google?
Yeah, you know, look, I think the AI story is going to be with us for several years. I heard Dan Ives on the station earlier saying we're in a 96 era, not the 99 era. We'd probably characterize it as 97, 98, but I think certainly what we're seeing is backlogs of these companies remain stellar. Earnings growth and revenue growth, by the way, still impressive but slowing, so that second derivative may start to matter more, we think, in the year ahead. And of course, what we're watching is these companies' business models are shifting a little bit more debt heavy, a little bit more asset heavy, going from asset light to asset heavy. And that could weigh on multiples valuations over time.
I was going to say, how much are you paying attention to some of the spreads? CoreWeave CDSs widened out yet again yesterday. Oracle maybe had a little bit of a better day. It was rallying in general after a Deutsche Bank note on some of the OpenAI benefit. But at what point do you say, maybe there's some stress in here that will impact the general AI economy that we're witnessing?
Yeah, and it's a good call out. Look, I think the market is smart and has sniffed out the players that could potentially feel that stress. So we know companies like CoreWeave and Oracle weren't part of that kind of Magnificent Seven cohort that were so cash rich and can actually fund a lot of this AI spending using cash on the balance sheets. Now, a lot of those companies, think about Meta, Amazon, et cetera, are starting to tap the debt markets as well. So I think that's where we want to be a little bit more mindful. That yes, they are very cash rich, but their capital structure is shifting a bit.
I promised I would ask you about the small caps because they're down a little bit today. And they just really haven't had the win everyone expects. Even as we see, well, we've had like 1.25% rate cuts already, and we're looking
all
at
in the top 7 companies.
Maybe even less than 3 if you believe the world interest rate probabilities function on the Bloomberg. Shouldn't the small caps be benefiting in this environment?
Yeah, you know, look, this is a year where you would think the small cap story would work because we're not only seeing Fed rate cuts, the earnings story is going from negative to positive in 2026. So there's an inflection point in earnings for the small cap space as well. And keep in mind, the larger weightings in small caps are sectors like financials, industrials, not so much tech heavy. All that being said, we remain overweight large and mid. We're not as favorable on small cap only because they tend to have more negative earners. They tend to have more leverage on their books, and some of those zombie companies as well. So we think the way to play
so many
that
zombie
rate cutting
companies
cycle might be in that mid cap space.
By the way, when you had the sell-off that was, I guess, driven by some of the AI names, some of the worries, small caps are really hurt too. A lot of corners of the market were hurt that have been big momentum names. Maybe that had to do with crypto, but has that been instructive for you, that sell-off that we saw the other week, and potential events like that to come for next year?
Yeah, you know, look, I think a lot of us were thinking 55% rally off those April lows in the NASDAQ. So were we due for a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a correction? Probably. And then we started layering in some of those other factors. Bitcoin was having a down day. The CDS in some of those names we talked about were starting to widen as well. But all that being said, it was a pretty short-lived correction, and it seems like we're back to the races as we head to year end and that potential Santa
bullish
Claus rally ahead.
coming from Edward Jones.
We do think
Santa Claus rally coming for Bitcoin.
Move lower, there has to be some sort of shift in the narrative, and we just have not gotten that yet.
So what are the things that you're worried about? I mean, the labor market blowing out, inflation continuing to rise.
Yeah. It's a great call out. Our team is actually thinking about key risks for 2026. Probably the top 2 to 3 are the AI story slowing down in a more meaningful way than is anticipated by the markets. So looking at that second derivative, but do we get even a bigger shock or slowdown next year? Number 2 is inflation. Could we see an acceleration? And, you know, we've been pretty contained thus far in this 2.5 to 3%.
Maybe we're slowing down because the rotating capital is finally coming to crypto
2.5 to 3
again.
is fair, yeah. And I think, if we see an acceleration beyond that, the markets get worried, the Fed story comes into question. And the third one we'd highlight is in the credit space. And both public and private credit. Could something happen there that triggers volatility?
One of the more fascinating things is that, and I've heard a lot of these points be made before, everyone's skipping out on the politics. This time last year when Trump was elected, the thought was politics will drive the economy. Now the conversation is AI is driving the economy. Is that fair that we've kind of disregarded that of what's coming out of the White House as drivers for the market?
It's a good call out because earlier this year it was all about the policy and specifically tariff policy that was driving markets, driving volatility. As we head into 2026, it is a midterm election year, so we'll be watching that. It is a year where we'll have a Fed chair transition in May, and so we'll be watching that carefully as well. But more broadly, I think to your point, the AI story and really the economy and inflation story will probably be front and center for investors.
I mean, you did pick inflation as your number 2 concern. That, to be clear, is tariffs.
Yeah. No,
right?
it's true.
But I think that the surprise has to be AI. I mean, who expected, even though we saw the promise of like Chat GPT, for people to be using it this much. I saw figures this morning that 35 million people are paying for it, and those figures are from July. So that's got to be increasing, exponentially, because it's not just for writing reviews or, doing research at work, but it's also for like finding recipes, and rearing children. Like people are using it for relationship advice.
Yes. Absolutely. And, look, I think as we think about the AI story evolving, there will be potentially winners and losers. And you guys were alluding to the, NVIDIA versus other parts of the market, or we have the ChatGPT versus the Google platform. And so if there are a couple of winners that emerge, maybe there's pressure on the rest of the secondary and tertiary players in the market. The other part of the story is eventually investors are going to want to see productivity gains across sectors. And that is really the hope. And that is really the story, part of the story behind why you should be diversified in sectors like financial services or healthcare or industrials that can benefit from robotic manufacturing or efficiency from AI. And so I think we are hopeful that by the end of 2026, those gains start to emerge as well. And hopefully there's no surprises on that end.
I think we all hope that, Mona. Thank you so much.
All right, that was pretty good.
Your Thanksgiving holiday, Mona Mahajan of Edward Jones.
I agree with most of what she said too. I feel like we were more in like 1997, 98. That we're like a year or two away from a bubble crash, right? A big bubble crash. But AI is still, we're still a little bit of that start to kind of dwindle down, and crypto pop up a little bit on the back end. So I still think that rotation of capital still has not been seen for crypto. All right, let's get back into some other outlets. Let's take a look at CNBC, what they're talking about this morning. Oh, we got
small
Bitcoin
in terms of its overall assets. IBIT, they're also kind of getting hung up in the private credit friction as well. I mean, just more sentiment than anything else. But it does show you that how dependent Bitcoin became on just constant fresh flows. I mean, that was the whole story. And so we're out of that. And I think, to me, I'm much more happy to see the equity markets go their own way, even if Bitcoin can't pick itself up and run back toward its highs.
I know Carl was joking about Santa and the VIX, but there actually is some seasonality to these trading days around Thanksgiving. I think Matt Maley of Miller Tabak says 80% of the time stocks go up around Thanksgiving. There is a bit of a seasonal lift here, although this fall hasn't necessarily been so correlated with the seasonal factor.
It hasn't worked on a longer term sense in terms of which months do well, but especially when the market's already been in a strong position. We were up 15% year to date on the S&P coming into today. It tends to have an upward drift, if not necessarily some kind of very strong rally. And the VIX is too high.
All right. That's enough. Let's take a look over at Fox Business. What else we got over here?
And AI
They're on break, and headlines it is, guys. Let's take a look at the headlines and catch up. From the last 2 days have been wild. I've been keeping up with Bloomberg and I guess a little bit of their coverage on JP Morgan and all the stuff that's the debanking stuff happening with JP Morgan and crypto companies, the MSCI. Oh my God, guys. Over the last 2 days, it's been crazy. We're going to dive into that in a little bit here. Stocks rise ahead of Thanksgiving holiday, building a strong gain for the week, for the S&P 500, getting closer to climbing back up to 7,000, or nearing 7,000. Stocks rose on Wednesday, putting the major averages on pace for the fourth straight day of gains ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 171 points, or 0.4%, and the S&P 500 climbed at 0.5%, with the Nasdaq Composite advancing 0.7%. Nvidia share rose 2%, recovering from the recent pullback, following fellow Magnificent Seven member Microsoft traded 1% higher. Let's take a look and see how the overall top 10 assets are doing today. Looks like gold is coming back up with a swing. Getting back to 29 trillion in market cap. Damn. Nvidia sitting at 4.3. Wow. Getting closer to 4.5 trillion. Climbing back up slowly. Still beaten down though. Could be range bound right here, with some manipulated pressure from the bears. Looks like, Apple also climbing up, maybe all-time highs today. I think it is 4.1 trillion for Apple. Jesus. What do they do to get that other than just being a bubble? Right? They're not innovating. They're not doing anything.
What are you, stupid?
The product's just the same thing with a different number. Anyway, let's see. Google also hitting, recently hit new all-time highs. Sitting at 3.8, almost 4 trillion for Google. My God. 3.5 for Microsoft, having pulled back today. Silver, sitting at almost damn near 3 trillion, getting near a new all-time high, rounding up, coming up for silver at number 6. Amazon, also coming down here. It looks like 2.5. It's been a while since we did a roundup here. Broadcom entering the space, dethroning Bitcoin with a huge move to the upside, nearing $2 trillion in market cap, as Bitcoin still trying to find its bottom. I think it found its bottom. It's very, very... It's like a 60% chance. I'm pretty sure it's found about maybe 65% chance. It's got it, right? It's got it, right?
I'd buy that for $1.
At least crypto right now. I feel it. Look at the overall market cap for crypto right now. Today, the day before Thanksgiving, we're looking at 3 trillion. We're still over 3 trillion, which is good. Holding there, slowly chipping up. Basically looks like the Bitcoin chart, basically. Speaking of which, Bitcoin sitting at 87,300. We did just recently test 88. I think it was yesterday when I was out. I think we did test it 8, didn't we? 738. 89. 89 as of, when was that? That was Monday. I guess that was Monday evening. Yeah, Monday evening. So we did come back down to 88, and then we are getting squeezed right now. So this is at least bullish. Hopefully, it's still kind of more look bearish than anything, but we got to break out that range. We got to squeeze up. It's kind of a megaphone pattern. It could go either way. Yeah, so we got to squeeze back up here, and hopefully by the weekend, hopefully. I think the stock market's still open on Friday, though, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they're still open on Friday. Maybe not. I don't know. That takes. There's a long way to go, man. There's no way we're just going to keep going sideways. You never know, but if we did get squeezed down where the bears, let's take a look at the order books to see how that's going. If we can get a hint of a directional input from the bears or bulls. Let's take a look at the. Of course, Kimba the White Snowland on YouTube, guys. Don't pay for something you get for free. Don't do it. If it's free, it's for me. That's what I always say, and that's why I go to Kimba the White Snowland on YouTube, bringing you the heat map, the order books for free via bookmap. Right. So yeah, it looks like the bulls still are at play. There's a lot of chop, though. A lot of chop. Looking at the books here. Let's take a look here. If I can zoom on in. But it's mostly just chop. Wow. If you look at the shorter time frames, we are really stuck in a tight channel. Tight channel. Between 80, what is that, 85? Wow. A little higher, 85.5 more than likely, and 90, or actually, no, that's 87, I think. 87 to 85.5. So yeah, we're still getting squeezed, man. We're still getting squeezed. So we still can get a little bit more squeeze going. 85, or maybe it's 86 flat. It's probably 86 flat. 86 flat and 87, almost 88. I would say it's more like 87.5. Yep, that's where we are currently, range bound. We're just trying to wait for the squeeze, the ultimate squeeze to happen. It could happen right during Thanksgiving dinner, guys. Wow. This is actually only going out to, about 5, 6 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah, maybe something like that could happen. We're all sitting at the dinner table enjoying, Thanksgiving. Or we could finally see maybe just a breakout. We got to get above 87.5 to really start to break up. And, of course, to break down, we need to get below 86. Okay, all right. So that's pretty much the update on Bitcoin at the current moment. At the current moment. A lot more sell pressure still above us when we get to those highs of 110,000. Okay, what else we got here? Let's take a look at the overall sentiment for crypto. It's been a day. I'm curious to see how this goes. Fear and greed for the stock market still sitting at 18 in extreme fear. Damn. Nothing has changed, I guess, since I had a day off. And we got CoinTree bringing you crypto fear and greed, currently sitting at 15 extreme fear. The same sentiment, basically still sharing on both markets. Let's take a look at the Dixie, trying to get back above 100, but still can't. I think that's pretty much done for the Dixie. It might be one more pass up here to touch 99.9. And then hopefully we see this defeated because, guys, we're going to do all that money printing. The dollar will, of course, start to fall. So watch out for the Dixie and the turnaround there. Year to date, still one of my favorite charts. Down and to the right, I say. Down and to the right. And I think we're just going to keep this wave going down. Dead cat bounce for the Dixie, I say. All right. Crypto bubbles. What we got this morning? Everything looking like it's coming up. Look at this on the day. Everything flipping green on the top 100 assets. Dash is up 18%. SPX is up 20%. Monad. I forgot that came out not too long ago. Monad is up 22% on the day. We got Starknet up 10%. Picoin. Why can't this thing just die? God. It still survives another day. Did Pi Network do a migration or something? Because this is not a new token, and it's only showing data for up to a month. That's kind of weird. Picoin definitely was here in the last cycle. I remember watching the damn thing plummet. A lot of people having hopes and dreams that this thing was going to take off with, working on people's networks and just clicking a button to mine token. It was a ridiculous concept that still survives somehow to this day. I don't know. All right. It's been a while since I shared my hatred for that project. All right, moving on. Week. Let's take a look at the week here. What's down the most on the week? Wow, I'm looking for 20s on here, man. There's a decent amount actually down on the week still. Near's down almost 20%, 18%. Starknet's down 42%. Morpho, I can't even recognize the top 100 anymore. These are the top 100 guys. Zcash still holding. It's gains mostly from the month. Last month, and again, still up almost 1,000% on the year. So insane, explosive moves. They probably found their new bottom. More than likely, they could still come back down, maybe go back down to 400 flat, but unless something happens, I think they found their bottom for the next run up. That's a 20% pullback on Zcash on the week. That might be my top pick today. Celestia's down 21%. Let's take a look at the monthly here on the top 100, see if there's any 30s, 40s, 50s, and look at that. SWI, I take it back. Everything I said already. SWI's still the best option for me. Again, not financial advice, just my my 2 cents, right? You do you, boo-boo. But, down 42% on the month. It still hasn't done anything on the year. Down 52% on the year. I'm still sticking my, DCA into the SWI. Down 42%. ENA is down 44%. If you guys like that project, it's also down a decent amount on the month as well. And that's pretty much it. So I'm sticking with my guns. Guys, another day, another DCA for SWI, in my opinion, the top 100. Looking at the top 200, let's take a look and see what we have here. Same thing. On the day, we got some big movers, mostly to the upside, 5% on average here. Look at this, guys. Wow. We're up 2% on average for the top 100. Almost 1% now for the top 2. And there's a lot of 5s. There's definitely a lot of 5s here to even everything out. What do I like though? It's kind of down today. Nothing really down the day I like. Zbeck though. Wow. 5% on the day. There you go. I take everything back. Down 5% on the day. Still up 20% on the week. Not a huge amount here to work with, but still I think Zbeck is going to do well. It just ran up to, what was it? Almost 204, just the last day or two, right? 2036. I guess it didn't get that high. thought it ran up a little higher than that, but it didn't. Still can't get his bearings there just quite yet for the run. If I looked at the day, that's my favorite. That's down the day, but not enough for me to stick my teeth in. I mean, 5% down the day is still not a bad opportunity for the day. On the week, what we're looking at on the week, down the most here. A lot of things are down, but I'm looking for 20s at least for this last big push. The Wormhole's down 14, Jaspy's down 12. Something too big there. Pith is down 11. ZK down 21% if you like ZK. Let's move on to the top one, 200 on the monthly though. Let's see if they got any 30s, 40s that are juicy here. Damn, there's a lot. There's a lot still down the month, guys. Pith down 34%. That's usually one of my top ones here. XCN down 38%. Wormhole down 37%. Jido 50%. My God. This is going to be a choose your adventure kind of day, guys, because my God, there's so much down this morning on the monthly. It's probably going to be between a close pick between these four for me. Honestly, Pith, Jido, XCN, Wormhole, those four are going to be the ones I'm looking at for a DC opportunity today if I got some money to throw away. All right, guys. So that's my current update right now for the top 200 assets out there. This is what I'm buying for, again, my 2 sats, guys, not financial advice.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yes. Moving on. Let's go back to TradFi real quick. Catch up with some crypto news here in about 5 minutes. And let's see what else TradFi is talking about. Let's go back to CNBC. Everyone's on break. Fox Business. We got any political nonsense this morning to worry about? Nope. All right. Okay, so let's dive into some stuff. I want to get into some doom scrolling real quick on X. I want to talk about Sailor and the big push we have against JP Morgan. Everyone is, of course, dropping JP Morgan like it's hot. Let's take a look and see what we got this morning over on X. I don't think Michael Saylor bought anything this week. Michael Saylor coming out saying, fight. And doing the Atlas hodl. The Atlas hodl. Oh, jeez. The Bitcoin therapist saying, interesting timing. Strategy is down 60%. Their yield products are being stress tested. Bitcoin has crashed 30%. And JP Morgan conveniently launches a Bitcoin-backed bond that could return 16% next year or even more in 2028. Is it just coincidence that now all of a sudden they're starting to attack Bitcoin because they want to get in? No! Are you kidding me? No! This is all orchestrated. It's all planned out. Freaking JP Morgan. Samson Mao, my Otaku brother from another mother, says, no one is concerned about the censorship or email of email spammers because it is understood that although it is valid email format is unwanted data detrimental to the primary function of the network. I'm not sure what they're referring to or he's referring to there. Breaking, we've got the White House official says the market structure bill could send Bitcoin and crypto to a $20 trillion market cap. We're not bullish enough, according to the Crypto Rover over on X. I'm not. Who said that though? White House official. Come on. I hate when they do these. Who said this? My D's not working. My keyboard. X post link to the Crypto Rover. The official referenced isn't named in the post. Likely from the Council of Advisors to Digital Assets. This is the Senate work for the Clarity Act. Yeah, and that's it. So again, I take that with a grain of salt, guys. I don't trust everything I see at face value anymore. Blaze Diamonds at 20 trillion. A crypto market sounds insane. Most people sounds exactly what the regulatory clarity does. I mean, exactly what it does. I mean, we've had $7 trillion sitting on the sidelines for a while. Guys, there's like over $250 billion just sitting in stablecoins right now, waiting for, of course, the right moment to jump on in and invest in our space. The global payroll system is being rebuilt at real time, coming from ZBEC Network. ZBEC brings instant settlement to companies. Of course, they shill every day, and they're popping up my feed, guys, as an hour ago. Love me some ZBEC. Just in, $4 trillion. JP Morgan filed to launch a leveraged Bitcoin product as of 5 hours ago. This is breaking. This is all breaking, I guess, right now today. JP Morgan's embracing Bitcoin, but they're sending everyone to Pound Town in the process. They want to buy in on the cheap. This is exactly what I told you last summer was going to happen. The end of the year, we're going to sell off. It's going to feel like the end of the cycle. It's not going to be that. It's going to be them just buying in. Justin, Kevin Hassett is now President Trump's top choice to replace Jerome Powell as the Federal Reserve Chair. I saw this yesterday and I about almost threw up. I cannot stand this man. He's such a wet blanket. I'm so sick of seeing him, and I cannot say enough on that topic. He's going to be the worst Fed chair, I think, ever. You think Powell is hard to read right now? I think he's easy for me. I think this guy is going to be the worst. Every time he comes out, he doesn't give me anything at all to work with. And that's exactly what we're going to get as Fed chair, and I think it's the worst. Obviously, there's a reason why he's on the ticket. He's going to have probably some sort of pro-push for the current cabinet we have, but I think he's going to regret that decision if he allows him to play there. Definitely not my top pick for sure. Tesla guts, Mustang body, the EV Frankenstein lives. Why are we doing this? Why is this in my feed, Mario? Why? I'm going to unfollow you. Anyway, no cars on my chat. Come on. On my feed. Elon Musk says, let's see if Grok 5 can beat the best human team, League of Legends, in 2026. Wow. So they're making an AI team for that. Can they do that, like, legally in esports? We'll see. Okay, breaking. Texas becomes the first U.S. state to purchase Bitcoin for a strategic reserve. You guys didn't catch that? I shared it on my X page yesterday. Yeah. Where is it? Why is this showing up my feed? What the hell is this? My God. Yeah, strategy here, the 15 billion bank. There it is, Texas. Texas becomes the first state to buy Bitcoin, and yeah, they just spent like $10 million to load on up right away. All right. Okay, that's enough doom scrolling for right now, guys. We got to get back over here on TradFi, see what's going on. We are going to rip the crypto news band-aid off here in about a minute. Let's catch up back in the chat real quick. And jump back over to TradFi. Ooh, they're talking about us right now.
Stablecoins in particular, to be used as a medium of exchange outside of the crypto world, what is today the fiat currency world. At some point, I think these digital asset wallets will be big enough and people will be comfortable enough using them. I think we'll have a flip from conventional payment mechanisms into stablecoin-based mechanisms.
Does that mean banks such as yourselves issuing stablecoin?
We could. We are issuing Hong Kong dollar stablecoins today. We're in a sandbox for tokenized bank deposits in Hong Kong. We're effectively issuing tokens related to trade finance in Singapore. So it's all on the table, but we're always going to tie it back to what our clients want and need.
All right, that was Standard Chartered, and that's just a little promo they have before coming back from break. Okay, let's get back in the chat and catch up with you guys. Rally! Ho, ho, ho! Santa Claus rally coming, says Cliff in the chat. Triple Jetpick says he's late one day off and his schedule's still all screwed up. Good morning, Chaos Crew. What did I miss? Well, you're looking at it, man. We're just kind of waiting for, of course, the Santa rally to begin. Hopefully we get a Santa rally. I've never personally lived through one, but hopefully we get one this year. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for Turkey Day to ensue. What else we have here? Good morning to all. Good morning, A-Guy. How you doing, A-Guy? And then we got your keyboard's still drunk, says Danny. Oh, I know, right? My D just won't work. The D key on my keyboard, guys. Come on. Crypto JPig says you should probably see a doctor if your D's not working. Yeah. The D is still stiffly working for a greater 4 hours. Yep. Isn't that funny how this always works out, man. It always works out. The D, it's working now. See, it's working now. But I couldn't get it to work earlier when I was typing in Turkey Day and all that stuff. All right. Let's get back, guys. I'm happy to be back with you guys here on this Wednesday, Wacky Wednesday, here in, of course, the markets. Let's take a look at crypto news, guys. It's time. Let's start with Cointelegraph. Spain's junior ruling party proceeds, and they propose a 47% crypto tax against Bitcoin. Okay, we can take a brief little moment there to look at that there. Bitcoin price bottom due this week with Bitcoin down 20% in November. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, guys. Tomorrow is Turkey Day, and then we have the Friday options expiry, and I'm excited because we are so oversold going into December. We could see a very, very quick rally on everyone else. There's nothing else to liquidate. I think it's going to be very good behavior or very bad for the bears. Yeah, very, very good behavior out of the bulls to keep their current level where we're at, or we're gonna see the Bears just get completely demolished. All right, so yeah, we got that. That's coming out here. November echoes the 2018 Bitcoin bear market. Bitcoin remains in a bear market territory ahead of the November monthly close. A drawdown versus October's all-time highs, hitting at 36%. Data from monitoring our resource CoinGlass shows 87,500 Bitcoin is still down 20% this month. CoinGlass has confirmed that the bearish performance has been absent from the chart since 2018. The year following another bull run is peaked 20%. Guys, this has been like the worst year ever. We haven't had a single positive month in the third or fourth quarter. That's really taken us to the moon. September was the highest we saw. It's 5% here in the second quarter, with July being 8%. The best we saw this year was in April, only 14% up on Bitcoin. Unprecedented. Last year we had 37% up on Bitcoin in November, when of course Donald Trump won the election. 43% up in February, coming out of that 2023 scare for the banks, and of course the Bitcoin ETF launch. So it's been very, very lackluster ever since all of that happened. There's really been only two catalysts: the ETFs and the Trump's electoral win. All right, what else we got here? Spain's junior ruling proceeds with a 47% crypto tax and attack against Bitcoin. Spain's Sumar party reportedly wants to raise crypto taxes to 47%, which is almost 50%, classifying all digital assets as seizable and introduce a risk traffic light system. Get the F out of Spain if they actually go through with any of this. And I mean, it's still being proposed, so I hope that gets thrown away really quick, because that is disgusting. I'd be moving away for sure. Four reasons why Ethereum price remains bullish above 2,800. Nothing really good there. Nothing really here. Thailand asked Sam Altman's world to delete 1.2 million in iris scans over data risks. Good. God, ridiculous, man. We keep giving away all of our likeness, and basically our soul is going to be trapped at some point. Should you sell your Bitcoin now? This is Michael Dan de Pape. Why? Why would you do that? You never sell your Bitcoin, dude. It's like rule number 1.
What are you, stupid?
Jeez. Polygon co-founder Moll's resurrecting Matic a year after a Polygon rebrand. Really? I mean, I don't know. The ticker still isn't intact, though. I don't understand why. So we still have Matic there even after the Polygon rebrand. Okay, so I guess he's mulling over what they should have done. There's really nothing here. That's juicy this morning over here. Dutch bank Bosch locks in third euro stablecoin and broader EU adoption for Deutsche Bank. Bitcoin price bottom due to this week's Bitcoin down 20% in November. A lot of these articles are pretty much all looking at the same stuff. All right. Let's take a look at, let's go to Daily Hodl, my favorite news site. Digital asset lobbying. We got regulators here. Organizational disperses new lobbying organization for digital assets disperses new 2026 midterm surveys to gauge candidates' opinions on crypto. Take a look at some of the outcome of these polls here. According to the Stand with Crypto Community Director Mason Lignall, the next Congress will have a significant impact on whether or not the U.S. adopts a pro-Bitcoin or crypto policies that will foster a continued economic growth, innovation, and access. Crypto is already having a transformational impact in the economy, and we need our pro-crypto candidates to ensure that the U.S. maintains its dominant global position. And right now, I mean, I've seen nothing but bipartisan support when it comes to the major moves in crypto, unless you have any sort of affiliation with the banks, and then you have the Democrats always opposing it. That's exactly what I've seen. I'm just telling it like it is. That's how our space has been held back in the last 2 years, and it continues to be so with that particular party. Stand with Crypto plans to score responses to a letter scale from A to F, indicating that they agree with which candidate supports or opposes the crypto-related policy, and survey results are expected in early 2026. It's a nothing article. We have no data. We're only going to get it in 2026. Come on. Jeez. Come on, what a waste of time. CME Group's digital asset products witness record volume. Arthur Hayes issues Bitcoin price alert. This one just came out today. We'll take a look at that real quick. Billionaire crypto entrepreneur Arthur Hayes says he believes Bitcoin's price has reached a bottom. And the Series X post and BitMEX co-founder says he is starting to buy the top crypto assets soon, citing an all-increasing positive macro liquidity landscape, minor improvements in the dollar liquidity. Federal Reserve stops quantitative tightening on December 1st. Yes, December 1st. We drop below 90,000 and maybe one more stab down into the low 80s, but I think 80s hold. Might start nibbling, but leave the bazooka until the new year. 100% agree. As for 2026, Hayes says David Lin, and he believes that the burst of money printing is coming that will power Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the altcoin market at large. I think that's the team of red Republicans that want to have any shot of winning the U.S. midterm elections in next November. Forget about China, forget about trade war. It's all about printing money and handing it out. But Arthur, what about Japan? What about Japan? I guess there's still money printing there as well. Okay. Whether that's to build weapons, build rare earths, or supercharge AI and all the things Republicans like to fund, they're going to print the money and make sure that happens so they can ensure consistency feels consequently feels the love going into November and shows up the ballot box. And that's what 2026 is all about. Now we have this awesome opportunity to get in before the crystal clear and is going to print a lot of effing money. Time is now. Deploy capital for an amazing 2026. Going back, guys, to what he's saying. Times when to make money. Oh, you guys know where I'm going with this, right? You guys know where I'm going with this? Yep. Always. With the 1875 chart for was it Steve Brummer? Periods when to make money. Where are we going? Into 2026. One of the best times, according to this, to make money. Yes. All right. I'm just saying, guys. Every time I hear people talk like that, I gotta go back to that chart. The Illuminati confirmed. I'd
buy that for $1.
Okay. What else we got? Crypto analyst Michael Van de Pape says Bitcoin's price action reminiscent of a short-lived crypto COVID crash. Here are the targets. Honestly, it does. It really does. It feels like the the crash right before we started running up, when Bitcoin hitting 16,000 and then going crazy into like 30,000. On the backs of course, money printing coming soon. All right, what else we got? Let's take a look at TradFi. Go back there real quick, do another round, and then back into the news. We got Bloomberg here. What are we talking about?
Down by 3.7%. The company posted disappointing profit outlook. It now expects net income for the fiscal year, which begins in November, to be
John Deere. Okay, moving on. Let's go back to CNBC. What are they talking about this morning? Or we got anything good?
Of all this CapEx that we talk about endlessly that is being put into the ground in the form of data centers, and more importantly, what goes into those data centers. How do you view it? How do you see it continuing? And is there risk in terms of what it means incrementally to growth for GDP?
So I see it continuing, David, and I'm seeing continued because it's rational for every actor to try and get ahead in this arms race. And that involves not just investing in data centers, it involves bidding for the engineers, it involves a whole range of issues. So it makes sense, it will continue, and it will contribute from a demand side to growth now and a promise of productivity improvements. However...
All right. The bubble continues. All right, moving on. AI bubble continues. Fox Business, we haven't heard anything at all today. Pay raise for Mondani.
Himself and the city council, a pay raise. We'll get it.
What?
Plus, we have a new segment with Kevin O'Leary. It's called Ask Kevin. He's got advice.
All right. Of course, this is Fox Business, guys. Take that with a grain of salt. It's always, of course, leaning heavily to the right. Moving on. Of course, also, if you want to get the news for free, guys, like I do, go over to newslive.com. Not affiliated. I don't think they make any money either. Just bringing you the news for free. I don't pay for what you get for free. All right. Let's get back into, let's take a look at, how about CoinDesk? How about crypto? Cryptonews.net. Let's take over there. Strategy says even Bitcoin crash to 25,000 wouldn't even break its balance sheet. Damn, bullish. I don't know. I'd like to see it. I know that the 60s, 70s, so they definitely would be sweating a little bit, but they wouldn't be again anywhere near their lows on their averages. Okay, let's get back down here. MicroStrategy's 16 billion liability stack backed by 3.6x by Bitcoin. In a recently former Twitter post, the company emphasized the strength of its balance sheet by highlighting what it calls the Bitcoin rating of its convertible debt. If Bitcoin drops to 74,000 average cost basis, we have a 5.9x assets to convertible debt, which what refer to Bitcoin rating as our debt. At $25,000 Bitcoin, it would be a 2x, the repo said. According to the firm, even if Bitcoin were to fall to 74,000, the average cost basis would still be 5.9 times greater than its convertible debt. So again, still reassuring its investors that they are fine. They are fine, and especially all their, the ridiculous portfolio of products are still fine. All right, moving on. Two different decisions regarding Bitcoin's tax regulations. One drops to 0, the other increases to 47%. That's referring to probably Spain. Different decisions there. Come on, anything else big happening? I guess we're all just kind of waiting for Turkey Day. Swiss bank Amina trials Google Cloud Ledger for instant payments. Crypto games Cross of the Ages launches a Rise RPG alpha test on Epic Store. This is not the first game to launch with crypto and NFTs on the Epic Game Store. Again, one of my favorite projects still out there is running. It's over a year old now, and it's Off the Grid. If you guys haven't played Off the Grid yet, go over there and play it. It's one of my favorite games. Battle Royale, third-person shooter. Oh, jeez. And, of course, in a dystopian future. Yeah, Off the Grid. It's freaking awesome. Definitely like Off the Grid. They should be doing their single-player campaign coming soon, man. I want to give them some more money. Oh, my God. Oh, man. All right, moving on. So this is Across the Ages. Launches Arise RPG alpha test on the Epic Store. Might have to do this if I get a chance. It's just kind of hard to do this outside the studio. With the launch of Arise, every asset holds use behind a single game for cards, weapons, and lands that moves freely across the entire CTA ecosystem. Quentin Garrod, CTO of Across the Ages, told Decrypt, "This is a fully internet-connected system where progression, economy, and collection amplify one another to create a gaming model that tells players, this is your world, your assets, and your power." The game has been in development for approximately 3 years, and the feature both a casual-focused exploration mode as well as a competition mode for players to battle for formal rankings. A Rise alpha testing stage will finish in December 10th. All right, do you have any screenshots of this particular game here? The new version of the game Arise will be released next week from 26th of November to the 10th of December. Try out our new version today. Invite your friends to join in on the game. It'll be available on the Epic Game Store. Arise, let me go see if I can find some screenshots. Arise Across Ages. Game. Let's see what this game looks like. We have any screenshots? Yeah, I mean, it looks like kind of your typical RPG. I'm not sure what that's referring to. I'm assuming it has a anime aesthetic. I don't think that's even it. This one? I'll just go to their website. Across the Ages. Action RPG coming soon. Oh, there we go. There's a little bit of a cinematic. Where's the gameplay? I guess this is the gameplay. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I wouldn't mind trying it out and maybe doing a live stream based on it. But these don't look like custom characters. They look like generic characters. I don't know. I'd have to know more. Lands. And I guess you can own land and all this stuff. Okay. Maybe we'll take a look at that here soon. Crypto gaming hopefully coming back next year, guys. That's what my hope is anyway. All right, let's get back into it. JP Morgan, Bitcoin hunter Jamie Dimon's company, JP Morgan, announces a revolutionary Bitcoin move. We talked about this just an hour ago. It's just came out here, and they just updated this article about 43 minutes ago. JP Morgan, the world's largest investment bank, has made a new move regarding Bitcoin. Accordingly, JP Morgan is preparing to launch a new structured product tied to its Bitcoin spot ETF. JP Morgan has filed documents with the Securities Exchange Commission regarding a new structured product product like BlackRock's Bitcoin spot ETF, IBIT, CoinDesk reported. According to the filing, JP Morgan is offering a derivative-style investment that would allow investors to earn unlimited returns if the price of Bitcoin falls next year, but rises again in 2028. The new product allows investors to bet on the future of Bitcoin's price using BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, IBIT. The product is launched and reflect Bitcoin's halving cycle and the target institutional investor demand. According to the new product, reportedly designed to mirror Bitcoin's 4-year cycle halving. It includes adjustments in 2026, potential outcomes in 2028. According to the product, offers investors the chance to reap substantial returns if BlackRock's ETF declines within a year, but rises within an upper limit until 2028. Product protects against principal loss as long as IBIT price in 2028 doesn't fall below 30% or more from the reference level. However, if the decline exceeds this level, investors will also face principal loss. This is not investment advice. I need to see a chart on this. I not a chart like a graph. I need to see a graph on how this plays out because it sounds like they are going to manipulate the F out of Bitcoin. I mean, because they're basically doing like a leverage bet to the downside on off years. It seems like. I don't know. I'd have to know more. There's more details on that, but yeah. I don't think the space is very happy to see any of this, of course, today. Bitcoin signal seen only 3 times in 2019, 2021, 2022. It's failed again. What does this do for price? I guess we can take a look at this, but I'm kind of over it, guys. There's really nothing juicy today. The analyst said from a similar situations that we've seen in 2019, 2021, and 2022, all of which historically experienced more challenging periods in the short term and medium term. Also know that when the annual Sharpe ratio experiences the sharp decline, Bitcoin usually enters a prolonged sideways phase. So yeah, they're returning to a Sharpe ratio, Bitcoin Sharpe ratio. Again, why don't we have a chart, anything visual to reference what you're even talking about here? All right, I'm over it. Let's do one more run through TradFi, jump back into doom scrolling, and then might be calling it for today. Greased up Nebs, guys, in the chat. How's it going? Of course, Jake the Snake. Guys, yes, you're late. Whoa, you're way late. Oh, jeez. C-Story says, the whiskey, yup, a thing. Oh, man. I'm out of whiskey. I need to go get some whiskey. Damn it.
What are you, stupid?
I haven't had any whiskey in, I think 2 or 3 weeks. It's been kind of a shocker. What else we got? Master Otaku and friends. Oh, gee, Bobbin in the house. How's it going? What the heck? You're live. Are we late? You are way late, Miz. Guess Grebs. Nebs, I've been here like normal. I was told you were on vacation, says Jake the Snake. For a day? Guys, I took a day off. Everyone loses their freaking minds.
I'm gonna win so much.
Oh, jeez. Wine drunk taku. Taku. That was, the last you saw that was Friday night. We don't talk about Friday night. Yes, I was traveling for a day, Nebs. What's up, everyone? What's up, Milk Money in the house? How's it going? You said you were coming back tonight for the live, says Nebs. No, I said I'd be back on normal Wednesday, Thursday for Turkey Day. Wednesday, Thursday. I was only on the road, Tuesday, and on Monday night, Tuesday. All right. Jacob Six says, we missed you, but you change your schedule more than a girl changes clothes. What? I take 1 day off. 1 day off, damn it. 1 day off, Jake. I'm losing my voice. Oh my god. Jake says, nah, he couldn't stay away. I can't stay away, man. This is our livelihood here we're talking about. We're talking about financial future. We're talking about generational wealth. We're talking about the future of finance. Guys, financial freedom, right? This is it. Freedom of money. All right. You must this too much, says Jake. All right, you guys are just making up excuses now. I'm over it. One more. I'm over it. All right. Okay, so CNBC, let's go back over there and take a look at them. TradFi, Alphabet, Google Rally. New all-time highs for Google. Fox B, let's go back to Fox Business. Leary, combining finance is the stupidest idea.
With fraud, the max is $2,500 and pay it down every single month. If you don't, you're making money from me because I invest in all the credit cards. Because if you're stupid enough to keep a balance of 22%, you deserve to pay me.
Larry's going to take your subprime loans.
You, I believe, are a strategic investor in Bit0 Holdings. They started trading on the Canadian exchange. What's this about them having one of the lowest crypto mining costs in the industry?
Well, it's not really a Bitcoin mining company. They're just using that to get interim revenue. This company is a power, permit, and land company. What they've done is search the globe, looking for the lowest cost of power, sustainable electric power, some nuclear power, sub 6 cents a kilowatt hour. And then, if it makes sense, you can mine Bitcoin on their land, or you can do Ethereum, you can do whatever you want, or you can build a data center. These guys, the best analogy for this...
You're not mining Ethereum.
If you could go back hundreds of years and be the beginning of the gold rush, would you rather invest in the jeans, picks, and shovels, or the risk of finding gold? That's the issue right now. Everybody in AI has to have power, land, permits, water. Bit0 has them. It's an infrastructure play, Stuart. I find a lot less risky than figuring out who's going to win in AI, which company's going to make it, which isn't. And those multiples right now are crazy high. Everybody needs what Bit0 has, power.
Okay. Excellent stuff today, Kevin O'Leary. Next time you're on, I'm going to ask you how I can live to be 100 years old, because I know you're into that.
Wow.
I know that's your thing. Okay.
Damn.
I want to let you know I'm 140. I'm a vampire.
What a guy.
There we go. Oh, damn. Confirmed. All right. Moving on. Kevin O'Leary talking about crypto on the tail end of that little interview there. All right, what else we got, guys? That might be it. I'll double check the headlines, make sure we're not missing anything over on X, do some more doom scrolling, and yeah, we're going to catch you guys tonight, of course, with the foreign market open for Thursday. Okay, just in $4 trillion JP Morgan filed to launch the leveraged Bitcoin product linked to the performance of BlackRock's ETF. Guys, this is what we've been talking about all morning. It's a crazy world we live in now. The flippening has occurred from JP Morgan. Breaking Bolivia to integrate Bitcoin and crypto into the financial system, starting with stablecoins. More countries adopting, of course, and more central banks taking a look at holding Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin drops to our $74,000 average. If it does, strategy says that, they'll still hold 5.9% or times X their assets to convertible debt, which will refer to the Bitcoin rating of their debt. And we covered that as well already. 2. Tom Lee. This is the official Tom Lee, I think. I don't know. It's hard to tell anymore. These are parody accounts. I think, this is fun strat. Tom Lee says this reinforces what we said earlier this year. Crypto stablecoins are the biggest buyer of gold in the world and have yet the single driver of the high prices since 2026. This is not bearish for Bitcoin, but is setting in a higher future price for Bitcoin coming soon. Tether bought more of his gold last quarter and than every other central bank. Damn. Crazy. All right, what else we got? Bitcoin therapist says this is the head of strategies Coinbase in a presence. Incredibly bullish case for Bitcoin at 87,000. Not to mention Texas just bought $10 million worth of it today. This came out yesterday, of course. Fundamentals are stronger than ever, and this is coming from strategy at Coinbase. What? Okay, head of strategy at Coinbase. Gotcha.
Nothing's really changed since the all-time high. If we just step back and think about structurally, in fact, you can argue the news coming out about Citibank, JP Morgan, both leveraging stablecoins at a huge scale. The Czechoslovakian National Bank has come out and announced they will be the first Eurozone country to purchase Bitcoin for the Treasury. Clarifying rules from the IRS. Harvard Endowment announcing they own more Bitcoin than gold. All of those things are structurally very, very positive. From the exchange point of view, we're not seeing a massive increase in open interest in our futures market. CME, you can check it yourself. I was always taught early on, a declining price market accompanied by a rapidly declining open interest means the market is breaking down structurally. People are exiting the market forever. When I look at Bitcoin, I see the number of active Bitcoin wallets roughly the same as it was 3 months ago. I see both CME and Coinbase futures open interest, again, ticking down a little bit, but not nearly in line with price direction. And so I go back to the very, very basic principle of if I like apples, I don't like them less because they're on sale. And so if you like this asset, you like it more. If you don't like this asset, if you've never liked this asset, you now have the microphone for a few months or a few weeks, we'll see how long, and enjoy that moment.
there you go. The strategist over at Coinbase saying that if you like apples, they're on sale right now. At least oranges are. Interesting takeaway from that video, just real quick. CME gap, guys. The next one's 75K. Yeah, he's saying no way. We're not going there. 24 cents away from every dollar collected in taxes now goes to paying down the national debt. That's ridiculous, guys. That's a quarter of every single dollar in the United States. It's not sustainable. Why Bitcoin before the U.S. government does. Yeah, coming from Bitcoin Archive. Guys, we still haven't purchased Bitcoin yet. We're just seizing it here in our country. JP Morgan's new Bitcoin product works. This is how it works. The product is linked to BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, IBIT. If IBIT is above the price target in 1 year, investors automatically get a guaranteed 16% gain. If IBIT is below the target, the investment continues until 2028. So, from what it sounds like reading this again, it sounds like a leverage bet that they're playing in the back end. They're making some of this. I don't know how they're structuring it. And I'm assuming it's just a gamble. It just sounds like a gamble. If it doesn't go above their price target, if it comes down underneath that in 2020, basically if the 4-year cycle is continued, then you're still going to make 16%. But if it isn't, no. If the 4-year cycle continues as is, then you will still make. It'll continue until 2028. This is dumb. This is so dumb. If Bitcoin is down in 2028, but not more than 30%, investors get all their money back. I don't know. So, either way, this is just ridiculous. I don't like it.
What are you, stupid?
Just hold Bitcoin. This is dumb. All right, Justin Metaplanet raised $130 million using Bitcoin as collateral to buy more Bitcoin. There you go, Metaplanet, of course, the largest treasury asset holder of Bitcoin in Japan. $5 trillion. JP Morgan says crypto is emerging as a tradable macro asset. JP Morgan files launched their Bitcoin Black Prod on them. This is, of course, all breaking today. I just hate this. I hate all of this. Michael Saylor is signaling the strategy is going to become a strategy bank. We're going back into that again? So he just came out in his earnings last year and said, no, we're not going to do a bank because then we have to, of course, show our hand to the whole world. I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore, Sailor. You keep going back and forth on this bank idea. And it was I think it was a Bitcoin convention 2023. He said that was their plan, was to become possibly a Bitcoin backed bank or a Bitcoin bank. We already have the first Bitcoin bank now in El Salvador. All right. Bitcoin Magazine says if you think Satoshi should win a Nobel Prize. I think he should. I definitely think he should. What else we got? Sailor's buying, Carl buying, El Salvador's buying, Texas is buying, the Czech central bank is buying, U.S. President's son's mining Bitcoin, China mining hit all-time high despite the ban, mainstream media, Bitcoin's dead. Sell everything. Don't be fooled.
What are you, stupid?
Don't be fooled. Justin, JP Morgan says crypto is emerging as a tradable micro asset. The same stuff. It's pretty much all the stuff we were covering. Canada, Bank of Canada is going to restart buying treasury bills on December 16th. The money pinner's coming for everyone, everywhere, all the time. Guys, it's going to be everything all at once kind of thing, I think, happening next year. Justin, Bitcoin's now the strong buy as its price disconnects from fundamentals. K333 research. What else we got? BitAxes, more Bitcoin. BitAxes getting more Bitcoin blocks. Yeah, look at this. Another anonymous hobby Bitcoin miner using a small, low-powered machine found a full Bitcoin block and it earned another $270,000 worth of Bitcoin. And again, the rewards are still capped around 3 Bitcoin this week, even though the chance of success is about 1 in 180 million. This is probably like the 8th or 9th time this year alone we've heard about these BitAxes producing a single block. All right. More than 8% of the total supply moved in the past 7 days. Last 2 times this happened, March 2020 and $5,000 in December 2018, 3,500. And here we go, guys. Here we go. I keep telling you guys, it looks just like the bear market in 2017, leading into, of course, the next run. Let me show you again because I keep reading articles that people saying the same thing. I'm just like, yeah, I know. I've been saying it all year. I'm saying it all year since the summer. Looks like we're just sitting in the bear market since back in 2017, or the run up to 17, which is 15 into 17, right? It looks just like that. Just looks like chop, man. Doesn't even look like a bull market at all. We haven't done nothing. Nothing. All right, of course, looking at the Bitcoin rainbow chart, we're still in. Bitcoin is at a fire sale territory. Don't forget, guys, basically a fire sale right now until we get back to 70, 71, 94, that's right. Wow, Bitcoin's, now sitting at 94, now almost 95,000 for the fire sale. Guys, when we actually fell into the fire sale, we hit 93. It was only 93 on Bitcoin's fire sale target. So again, the longer we chop, the higher, of course, the fire sale is going to, be at the bottom. Okay. The SEC has hosted a meeting to discuss regulatory changes in corporate governance and tokenization of equity securities on December 4th. Damn. All right, we'll put that in our calendar. I need to start a new oh, you know what? I think I might still have it on a hard drive somewhere. Let me check. Our narrative list, right? I think I have it here somewhere. I'll have to look at that at the end of the live stream, but I have to put this in a note. I'm just going to start a new list, guys. Our new catalyst list for 2026. I guess leading into 2026. So December 1st, we have quantitative easing begins. And then after that, we got December 4th now for the SEC, another host meeting for regulatory changes in corporate governance. Okay, corporate governance. All right, that's good enough for me. Right. And tokenized equities, securities. Okay. I'm just gonna put securities. Whatever. All right. What else we got? We still have the market structure bill. In December? Ain't happening now. Question mark? Yep. A lot of question marks there. Those are, of course, our new catalysts, our most, the closest catalyst we have. There's another big one that could shake the market. It's going to be January 1st, which is going to be, another shutdown. That's right. Another shutdown, leading it. This is ridiculous, guys. I think we have, the Fed picking chair. Fed chair Powell replacement announcement in December. It's definitely going to happen in December. So we have a lot of catalysts coming in the month of December. Santa Rally question mark. Yeah, Santa Rally question mark. Bull run dead over. We're going to have to wait and see how that goes. Santa Rally. Yep, into, of course, by December 25th. Danta Rally? All right, guys, those are, of course, our current list of narratives we have. Also, don't forget, running into next year by, I think, between January and August. January and, of course, from now until next summer, we have the Genius Act basically being fully implemented, and the banks are going to get in hugely with crypto via stablecoins. All right. What else we got here in the chat? Happy Joy is back in the chat. Happy Wacky Wednesday, I guess. Wednesday. Happy Joy spreading the love and hopefully some fly lice. What the hell? Drop the beat. Happy Thanksgiving, guys, says Ben Lawrence in the chat. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys as well. Strawberry Dragon's also here. Guys, good morning. Strawberry Dragon Tales. Wow. That's an old one. Strawberry Dragon saying, Good morning, Chaos Crew. Braveheart says, Big Freedom, why do you think Texas bought the Bitcoin using a BlackRock fund versus buying over the counter, etc.? Would be benefits from Texas to go through BlackRock? Question mark. I'm just curious. I don't know. It's kind of weird as well. So they're just loading up on ETFs, maybe because they don't have the regulatory way to hold it themselves, right? I don't know if they have that. They should be able to do that. I don't know if corporate entities are still can do that in the state of Texas. It's still kind of early, guys. It's still kind of early. Remember when we could mine Bitcoin? Yeah, those days were good. I mean, you can still mine Bitcoin now. You just gotta get a lottery miner or buy a whole miner, which is gonna cost you like thousands of dollars for a ASIC, a modern day ASIC. Rags by Tomorrow says, Julian. I hope so. I want to buy some more of the dip. Good morning, Strawberry Dragon Tales. Yes, good. Happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thanksgiving on Thursday, guys. Tomorrow. OGB drop the beat, says Jake. Good morning. Good morning. Much love, Joyce. Much love to you as well. Thanks again. Happy Joy for spreading that love, says Jake the Snake. Fly on rice. Strawberry Dragon. She says, I didn't expect to talk live this morning. I thought you were not going to be here until after Turkey Day. No, guys, I said I was going to be back Wednesday and Thursday for Turkey Day. I'm not going to miss a damn thing, guys. I'm one day off. Everyone loses their damn minds. Oh, jeez. Taco-san trying to gaslight us. Oh yeah. Go back and watch the video. I said, I know it was a little off-putting on Monday because I did the last live stream and I had a security breach in my home. I actually found video of someone actually in my home, so I don't know. I'm feeling some kind of way about it. Want to discuss the macro with us, Jake the Snake and you? Yes. Bobbin, yes, Bobbin. Drop the beat, says Bobbin, with of course that link in the chat. All right, guys, let's do one more run through TradFi. And of course, head out for the day. Let's see, we got CNBC. Everyone's on break. Fox Business. Break. Buy those gold coins. Gold coins now. $40 value for free if you buy these gold coins. Or you can just buy the the best version of that Bitcoin. All right. Let's continue on. Continuing on. I'm gonna do one more check-in. Crypto news, just to make sure we're not missing anything. How about Crypto Newsland? No, I don't normally like going here, but sure, why not? Cardano's following Jesse Livermore's accumulation cylinder price target, yada. Jake is coming in with a $2 super chat. DCA money. Here's some DCA money. Some self-defense money. Oh my God, Jake. Thank you for the 199 pennies there, my friend Jake. Pennies are going away this year, guys. They're gone. Next year, no more pennies. Alright, what else? How about Daily Coin? Anything good there? Dash is back. OKX and other exchanges relist the privacy to coin Dash. Yeah, Dash coming back here. Argentine President Milei linked to Libra collapse. Yeah, Libra, that's old news, man. That's like the beginning of the year old news. The end of like the first quarter news. Donald Trump's family just ate $1 billion hole in the balance sheet. Damn. I'm not feeling anything else, guys. I think that's pretty much it. They covered pretty much everything. Web3 games, Broken Promise, Game Over, or just level 2. I think we're gonna see hopefully a resurgence of that next year. But as of this year, gaming tokens are dead. All right, what else we got in the chat here? Ben Lawrence, were any life-size dolls violated in that breach? What the hell? No, Ben. They weren't able to get into the studio. That thing's locked up tight, like a tiger. You guys know where I'm going.
Go. Tight.
Yep. Okay. Seriously, sorry to hear that, Otaku. Yeah, it is what it is. This is what happens, man, when you leave the bunker. But the bunker's locked down tight. At least all the important things are anyway. Jake says this is the one for you, but I think you have heard it. Coming from OG Bobbin. Yes, I wanted to check the basement and bring you some Thanksgiving leftovers. My bad, Sad Taku, says Jake the Snake. All right, guys. I'm gonna be calling it then here. I gotta go find a way to. I gotta get myself a bottle of whiskey, man. I haven't had whiskey in 3 weeks. I'm feeling some kind of way about it. I need some whiskey, damn it. All right. All right. So I'll see you guys again tonight for the Thursday Foreign Market Open, of course, live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be diving into where the market's likely to go into tomorrow. Again, the rest of the world's not celebrating Turkey Day. This is just a silly made-up holiday we have in America. So again, the markets will continue to move tonight. I will catch you guys tonight, and with that, I bid you guys adieu. I will see you again soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
Fly me to the moon, let me trade among stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Fill my world with more songs and let me huddle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood talking and door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
Oh my god, the chat going wild. The chat going wild on the exit here. I don't even know where to begin with this. Yeah, I guess we're grateful, Ben, that we just, killed everyone, took their land, and, the unfortunate people just walked away with their head between their legs and all their families slaughtered. Yeah, we're grateful. We're definitely grateful. Thanksgiving, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. God damn it.
What are you, stupid?
When never, 60% soon, says, yeah, Bobbin, soon. Yeah, usually people use their pills for that, but Braveheart McFreedom, you guys talking about crazy stuff. Rice, what are you talking about? Rice again? More in the keyboard. Whiskey, no more whiskey in my keyboard in the last 3 weeks. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Coming, of course, out of Cliff. Guys, we're going to be back again, 8 p.m. Don't forget to head on out here, and we'll see you again here soon. Have a great day. Get what you need, what is left for the table on Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. I'll see you again soon. Later.